Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. David, the giant killer. 1 Samuel 17:48 through 49. As Goliath moved closer to attack, David quickly ran out to meet him. Reaching into his shepherd's bag and taking out a stone, he hurled it with his sling and hit the Philistine in the forehead. For a donkey herder, Saul becomes one fine commander-in-chief. His army enjoys one battlefield success after another, engaging a variety of neighboring enemies. The toughest of the lot are the Philistines, who settled along the west coast about the same time Joshua and the Israelites arrived from the east. One day, the two armies prepare for battle, eyeballing each other from their camps on opposite hillsides and with a valley between them. Each day the Philistines send out their champion, a giant named Goliath, offering to settle the fight man to man. Goliath will battle Israel's best warrior in mortal combat. Winner take all, no takers. The shepherd boy David arrives at the Israelite camp on an errand for his father. He's bringing food to his big brothers who had joined Saul's militia to push back this Philistine advance into Israel's territory. David hears Goliath's challenge, and he accepts. King Saul tries to talk him out of it, but David assures Saul that God has helped him kill lions and bears that threaten his father's sheep, and God will help him kill this Philistine too. David walks into the valley. He pauses at a stream just long enough to pick up 5 stones, which in the end he only needed the one. Worn aerodynamically smooth from the water's current, he needs only one. It strikes Goliath in the forehead, perhaps knocking him unconscious. David quickly takes the giant's own iron sword and ends the battle, cutting off Goliath's head. The Philistine army runs, and Saul's men chase them clear back to their walled cities. Back in Israel, out come the dancing women. They're singing. Saul has killed his thousands and David his 10,000s. And that's in 1 Samuel 18:7. This song, it seems, changes history, for it plants a seed of jealousy in Saul that grows into a consuming obsession. Get rid of David. And on this side note, it says reasons not to fight Goliath. Reason 1, he was a giant. He stood nearly 7 feet tall, or almost 10 feet according to some ancient copies of the history. 2, state-of-the-art weaponry. Philistine weapons were made of iron in a forging process they kept secret. Iron could slice through Israel's soft bronze weapons. 3, massive spear. His spear shaft was 2 inches thick or more, the thickness of a weaver's beam. His iron spearhead alone weighed 15 pounds, and soaring through the air would make quite an impression on a person's rib cage. And 4, the armor. An assistant walked ahead of him carrying a shield. Goliath himself wore a bronze helmet, leg armor, and a coat of mail. The mail alone probably outweighed young David 125 pounds. But David knew Goliath didn't stand a chance against him because he had something that the giant didn't have. He had God on his side, which is better than any weaponry or any armor they could have. It's actually the best armor and weapon that we could possibly get. With God on our side, we cannot fail. And David proved that because he took the giant down with just a sling and a stone. While the rest of the army was shaking in their armor, he didn't show fear. And he told Saul why. He said because God was with him. He was with him when he took down a lion and a bear to save a sheep. And he'd be with him to take down the giant to save his people. And God was surely with him. And he is with you no matter what battles you are facing. So you must choose today. Will you be like the rest of the army and shake with fear whenever the storms hit? Whenever you have to step on the battlefield and face whatever it is that you have to get past? Or will you be like David and give it all to God with complete trust and then step into the battlefield and conquer whatever it is that is weighing you down with fear? Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. Much love.